And what is good, everyone? Thanks so much for stopping by here once again on Behind Your Arc Basketball on YouTube, as we're going to have the second stream today of today's doubleheader. Just got finished off with the first game with Overseas Elite winning against Heard That 93-76 the final. Joe Johnson dropped down 35 points in that game, and here we go. Second game for today here, everybody, as we got a surprise here for the 22 seed. In the quarterfinals, Sideline Cancer taking on the number 3 seed, the Syracuse alumni of Boeheim's Army. Welcome in, everybody, on the channel. What is good, Bradley? And don't forget to start off the stream. Make sure you hit the thumbs up, hit the like button, hit the subscribe if you're a first timer new on the channel, as I'll be covering today play-by-play for you guys of the basketball tournament here on Behind Your Arc Basketball on YouTube. I cover college basketball games, NBA games for the play-by-play. Do quite a bit of content as well, from college basketball rankings to college basketball transfer videos, also and NBA draft videos. So tons of content here on the channel, but glad to cover for you guys today the second game of a doubleheader in the quarterfinals on the Saturdays. We got Sideline Cancer coming in here, the number 22 seed. Winners here in the round of 24 against Team Hines, who was the 11 seed. Won that game 93-91 back on Sunday. Marcus Keene knocked down 5 3-point shots, had 6 assists, and had 29 points in that game. And then Remy Abel had 17 points in the game against Team Hines. 17 points as well in the last victory of our Team Challenge ALS, the 6th seed. As also Marcus Keene had 16 points, and Eric Thompson had a double-double, 15 points, 13 rebounds. So back-to-back victories here for Sideline Cancer in the quarterfinals. Boeheim's Army, I covered them back on Tuesday. They beat the Purdue alumni of Metamaki, the 19 seed, 76-69. As Eric Devendorf was the star of that one, 21 points for him. Dante Green had 16 points alongside with 4 steals. Malachi Richardson had 15 points. And what this Syracuse alumni team of Boeheim's Army did really well in this game was draw fouls. That's where they were fouled. They went to the free throw line a bunch of times, 28 for 32, shot the ball well at 87.5% at the free throw line. And this team loves to get there at the line and make you pick up fouls, and they will make every single bucket earn it as well. So we're going to have this game in a couple moments for everyone. Sideline Cancer, the 22 seed, as they played last year in the TBT 2019, lost to the Golden Eagles, who made it to the semifinals. So Golden Eagles will take on Red Scare tomorrow, the first 4 versus 8 seed in that matchup. And the winner of this game will take on the number 2 seed, the Overseas Elite, in the semifinal tomorrow. So welcome in, everyone on the channel. Feel free to let me know down in the chat who you're rooting for in this game. If you're rooting for Boeheim's Army here, if you're a Syracuse fan, or if you're rooting for Sideline Cancer in this one. Welcome in, everyone. Don't forget, hit the thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, notification bell if you enjoy the content as well, and we'll get rolling here with a play-by-play call of Boeheim's Army versus Sideline Cancer in a little bit. We take a look, starting 5 for this one for today. Boeheim's Army starting 5. Eric Devendorf, as he had 20 points in the first game there against the Metamaki back on Tuesday. Malachi Richardson, he's in the starting 5. Demetrius Nichols in the starting 5. Dante Green and Brandon Tresh. That's what the starting 5 looks like for Boeheim's Army. Starting 5 for Sideline Cancer looks like this: Maurice Creek, Jamel Artis, Marcus Keene, Eric Thompson, and Dion Wright. That's the starting 5 right now. And Eric Thompson is almost averaging through 2 games a double-double. He's scored right now on average 9.5 points per game, and has 11.5 rebounds per game through the first 2 games so far for Eric Thompson, the big man for Sideline Cancer. So 9-minute quarters in the TBT. So we'll be going through. Once we're under 4 minutes left to go in the fourth quarter, we go into Elam ending rules, which the leading team, you had +8 to that scoring total. And that's what you have. Hey, welcome in, Arku Bud. Thanks so much for stopping by. Who's my favorite Celtics player? My favorite Celtics player is Kemba Walker. And then Jason Tatum is a close second. So Kemba Walker, my favorite player for the Celtics. Favorite player of all time has to be Paul Pierce. He's my favorite player of all time. Yeah, I think you asked that in the first one, and then I got like a bunch of messages that got buried. But thanks so much for stopping by again, Arku Bud. I appreciate it, man. What a game in the last one Joe Johnson had. He was just lights out from the floor. 35 points for Overseas Elite. John Elmore had a huge game in that one for Heard That in the first half, but he cooled off in the second half. John Elmore still totaled 23 in that game. So Boeheim's Army, they're going into orange jerseys for this one. White letters, white numbers for this game for the Syracuse alumni. Sideline Cancer in the purple jerseys for this one with white letters and numbers. As we will tip off this one in just a moment here, everyone. Before I start, hit the thumbs up, like, subscribe. Notification bell goes a long way as well if you enjoy the content, as this ball gets tipped right off. Sideline Cancer will get it first. They're going to take it from right to left on the court. So they're going right to left. Boeheim's Army going left to right. Sideline Cancer swings it over left wing perimeter. Maurice Creek back to the top of the key now. As they get it first with the basketball over to Marcus Keene. Keene bounce pass to the right baseline over to Thompson. Thompson swings it back out to the top here to Creek. Creek takes a deep three off the mark. Thompson with a big rebound, low post, puts it up. And that shot goes up and in off the offensive rebound by Eric Thompson for 2. Sideline Cancer playing to raise awareness, much bigger than basketball, to hope to find a cure someday for cancer here for this team. So this is actually not an alumni team like the Syracuse alumni with Boeheim's Army. Dribble drive with the right hand. Brandon Trish tried to float it up. It's no good off the side of the rim. Rebound Sideline Cancer. Quick three. They take it. Halfway home right there, but it rattled out no good. The rebound goes back over to Boeheim's Army. Second possession here, Boeheim's Army. As they have it at the right wing, going to take a three at the top of the key. It's off the mark, no good. A rebound back to the Sideline Cancer. Oh, that's awesome. Yep, I've been watching Kemba since UConn. Just phenomenal. I'm so glad they were able to get Kemba last year in free agency. That was great. Floater there, left elbow, no good off the mark by Sideline Cancer. A rebound goes back over to Boeheim's Army. Boeheim's Army has the basketball. They lose control of it. They were stuck right there in the key, but lost it. Sideline Cancer inside, try to put it up. And it's going to get deflected out of bounds, as that was Artis who tried to put up the layup. The ball got deflected out of bounds. And it stops the clock with 7:27 left to go in the first quarter. So we're just getting started in this one. Also, there was a foul as well. So the refs called a foul on Boeheim's Army. First foul of the game means that there's shots to the line since it was a shooting foul. And the first one's up and good. Sideline Cancer hits shot number 1. Jamel Artis played college basketball back at Pittsburgh. Second shot here at the line by Artis. And that one goes down as well. 4-zip the score. Sideline Cancer out to the early lead. 7:25 left to go first quarter. Possession here goes to Boeheim's Army. They dribble past the half-court logo. This is Trish with the basketball. Brandon Trish moves towards his left. Now he passes over to the right wing. Green takes a three. That one's off the mark. Cold start so far for Boeheim's Army. Rebound to Sideline Cancer. Sideline Cancer has it at the right elbow. Passes back to the top here. Shot fake into the hands of Keene. Marcus Keene going to take the three. No good off the mark. But we get a rebounding foul on the low post. Stops the clock with 7:01. Marcus Keene played college basketball back at Central Michigan, as he is the second highest point scorer to Chris Clemens in college basketball in the 21st century, as he averaged 30 points per game back in the 2016-17 season for the Chippewas for Central Michigan. 4-zip the score. He's the one with the basketball right now. Marcus Keene passes over to the right wing. A three taken by Creek. It's no good off the mark. They get the offensive rebound. Back to the left wing. Artis passes over to Keene. Oh, nice dish right there. Wide open three, and they miss it again. Creek missed it as he was completely open. 6:40 left to go first quarter. Right, going inside right there with the right hand, it's Trish, and Brandon Trish gets fouled. And Trish will go to the free throw line, and he's going to shoot 2 here for the Syracuse alumni. 4-zip the score. 6:40 left to go first quarter. If you're a first timer on the channel, don't forget, hit the thumbs up, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button if you enjoy the content here as well, as I cover play-by-play basketball. They're actually going to say it's a non-shooting foul. So, non-shooting foul here. Boeheim's Army deep 2. They're going to take it. It's up, and it's good. Eric Devendorf leaving off what he had during the last game. A remarkable game in the first game in the 2020 TBT for Boeheim's Army against the Metamaki, as Devendorf had 21. He's got the first 2 now for Boeheim's Army. 4-2 the score. 6:20 left to go first quarter. Sideline Cancer with the basketball. We get a foul away from the ball here. It's going to be on the offense. So, offensive foul by Sideline Cancer. It's going to go back over to Boeheim's Army. PJ Torvon's putting out, might not have fans at their events for the rest of the season, which it ends on Labor Day weekend. Wow, that is shocking. Why they wouldn't have fans there. 4-2 the score, 6:10 left to go, first quarter. Because it's outside, it's not like it's a confined place in an arena here that you're just breathing the same air. It's all outside, where you can socially distance easily outside. Boeheim's Army with the basketball. They have it now into the hands of Devendorf. Puts it back outside here to Richardson. Malachi Richardson, dribble drive into the lane, bounce pass to the right corner. And we got a travel right before that called by the refs on Malachi Richardson of Boeheim's Army. Sideline Cancer will get back to basketball. 6 minutes remaining here. First quarter, 4-2 the scores. This hasn't been a hot start to both of these teams shooting the ball from the floor. A lot of misses so far. Sideline Cancer has it. Top of the key, Dion Wright. Moves it over to the left wing to Keene. Marcus Keene passes now inside the low post to Artis. Artis dribbles back to the free throw circle. Takes a deep two. It's up. It's no good. Tipped around. Rebounded by Boeheim's Army. Devendorf puts it back out. They move it past half court right now. Boeheim's Army has it at the left wing. Bounce pass over to Devendorf. Has it at the left corner perimeter. Moves it back out to the left wing. 3 in the air. It's off the mark. They can't hit anything right now. Cold from the floor by Boeheim's Army. A rebound by Sideline Cancer. Wide open, and they're going to put it home for 2. Wide open. Off the pass right there from Dion Wright to Remy Abel, who threw it down for the two-handed jam. 6-2 the score. Finally a bucket here as we approach the 5-minute mark left to go first quarter. As that is Trish moves it back to the top of the key. Richardson going to take a 3. It's off the mark again. They can't hit a shot right now. Who do I got in this one? I'm going to go Boeheim's Army in this game. They are struggling mightily from the floor. Both of these teams 0 for 4 to start out in this one as the shots just aren't falling down. 17% shooting from the floor currently for Boeheim's Army. 6-2 to score. 4:53 left to go first quarter. Sideline Cancer gets the inbound. Keene catch and shoot 3. He has got it. Finally a bucket. Delivering from the outside right there. Timeout taken by Boeheim's Army. Indeed, a smart timeout as they are in trouble early. They cannot hit a shot in this one. So currently we're going to go on break. Right now we're on break. 4:48 left to go. Don't forget, hit the thumbs up, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button if you guys enjoy what I do here on the channel. I cover play-by-play basketball, college basketball, NBA games on the channel here. First ever time covering the TBT since the 4th of July. It's been a week now, and these have actually been pretty good games. So welcome in everyone on the channel if you're a first timer. Let me know down in the chat. We got 10 people watching now to start off this stream. Let me know down in the chat who you're rooting for in this game. If you're rooting for the Syracuse alumni of Boeheim's Army, let me know down in the chat. If you're rooting for Sideline Cancer in this one, feel free to let me know as well. So the winner of this game will take on Overseas Elite. Overseas Elite winning their last game over the Marshall Thundering Herd alumni. I've heard that. 93-76 the final. The other game for the semifinals tomorrow will be Golden Eagles, the Marquette alumni, as they will take on the Dayton Flyers alumni of the Red Scare. So 9-2 the score, as it's been a lot struggling so far for Boeheim's Army. Yikes from the floor so far in this one. The only bucket so far in this game by Boeheim's Army was by Eric Devendorf. That is it so far in this game by him, as he had a great 21 points in the first game. So we are back to action in game number 2 here. Sideline Cancer taking on Boeheim's Army. 4:12 left to go. Quarter number 1, right back into it. Boeheim's Army will have the basketball as we get back to action. 9-2 to score. They have it, moves it inside to outside. Takes a 3 from the left corner. No good. It's off the mark. Rebound to Sideline Cancer. Sideline Cancer has it now. Artis. Oh, nice behind the back pass here to the low post. Puts it up off the turnaround. Couldn't complete it though. Dion Wright misses it off the mark. Rebound by Boeheim's Army. Devendorf has it. Devendorf now dribbling. Free throw circle as he is guarded by Artis. Bounce pass. Over into the hands now of Gillian for a moment. They're going to take a right baseline jumper that time of Green. Green is way off the mark. Missed that one. The rebound, Sideline Cancer. Sideline Cancer at it. Bad pass in the key off the no-look pass. It gets stolen away here by Boeheim's Army. Devendorf in transition puts it up and in for 2. He's got all 4 points so far. Eric Devendorf for 2. Last game he dropped down 20 21 points in the last game. 21 points in the last game, 9 for 14 he shot from the floor in the first game there against Metamaki. 3 minutes left to go, first quarter. Sideline Cancers get the basketball. They're going to take a three. Deep outside, no good, and air ball as it goes out of bounds to the baseline. Marcus Keene missed that one. 2:56 remaining, Boeheim's Army's basketball. Marcus Keene will check out of the game, take a seat on the bench, same as Jamel Artis right now. Actually, we're going to go to a break. So right now, we're going to go to a break. 15 people on the channel. Welcome in, everyone. Thanks so much for stopping by the way. I cover play-by-play basketball action here on the channel, college basketball games, NBA games. Welcome in, everyone. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up. That means a whole ton to this channel here as far as the growth. Hit the subscribe button as well, and the notification bell also, and welcome in, everyone, to Behind the Arc Basketball on YouTube. So if you're a first-timer here, don't forget, feel free to type in the chat who you're rooting for in this game. If you're taking Boeheim's Army in this one, if you like Sideline Cancer, feel free to let me know down in the chat below. Right now, we're just on a break. 2:56 left to go, first quarter. 4 points scored for Boeheim's Army, all by Eric Devendorf. Perfect 2 for 2 from the floor. He has played 6 minutes so far. For Sideline Cancer, leading the way in this one for Sideline Cancer, it is, at the moment right now, happens to be Maurice Creek. He's got 3 points, and then 2 points so far by D on the right, and Jamel Artis. Marcus Keene yet to be on the board. He's yet to score so far for Marcus Keene. So yeah, finally getting back a lot of sports as far as sports coming back here. With everything being back basically at the end of the month. The winner of this game will take on Overseas Elite. If you missed out on that game, you missed out on the Joe Johnson show for sure. Joe Johnson for the 2 seed. Overseas Elite, 15 for 23 from the floor, 5 for 6 from downtown. He had 35 points along with 7 rebounds in that one for Joe Johnson. Just massive game for him on the court for the 7-time NBA All-Star. Along with 5 assists and a steal. As Overseas Elite will take on the winner of this one. Overseas Elite coming off a W against Hurrdat here earlier today, 93-76. Alright, so right now we're just on a break here, everybody. We'll get back to action in a little bit. So welcome all on the channel as we are part of the sports play-by-play community here. Tuning in for some great streams that I host here on the channel. I cover basketball games as far as play-by-play for college games, NBA games as well. NBA starting up later this month. Hey, welcome in, Sammy King. Thanks so much for stopping by. What is good? Welcome back in here. So we'll see if they'll make any adjustments coming out of this timeout by the Syracuse alumni, as they've been stone cold from the floor. Only 2 for 10 from the floor shooting the ball. Nothing yet hitting from behind the arc. Still we're very early in this game, as we still got a lot of basketball left to go in this one. It's a 5-point lead currently by Sideline Cancer. Both of these teams just trying to kind of get a feel so far. As early stages, we got 2:45 remaining here before the end of the first, and we've only got 13 points combined by these two teams so far. Oh, Diego's ready for July 30th. Can't wait for the NBA season for him. As I know, Diego was telling me that he's going to be watching a ton of NBA games, and he's blessed that his school actually got moved back so he can watch even more games before school starts. So here we go, 2:56 left to go, first quarter. As we get back to action in this one. And Boeheim's Army will get it. So they go from left to right on the court right now. Dribble past half court. Boeheim's Army with it. John Gillian passes over to the left corner. Moves it back over around the perimeter to the top of the key into the hands of Gillian once again. And we got a quick foul here by Sideline Cancer. So that is the 4th team foul by Sideline Cancer in the first quarter. 5 fouls means double bonus at the free throw line. 1 more foul will get them there. Boeheim's Army to inbound underneath their hoop. Bounce pass off the backdoor cut. Gillian going to dribble back outside though. John Gillian going to set up the offense at the edge of the Puma logo. He's got it now at the top of the key. Dribbling on Abel here. Gillian going to take the floater in the key. It's up and it's good. Finally, a bucket here by Boeheim's Army. 9-6 the score. 2.5 left to go first quarter. We'll see if this game can finally start to pick up. Dwayne Johnson with the basketball. Moves it over now to the right wing perimeter for Sideline Cancer. Sideline Cancer passes top of the key back over to Johnson. Bounce pass now to the left baseline. 2:15 left to go. 13 on the shot clock. Sideline Cancer's got it. Ball stolen away by Boeheim's Army. Here they go on transition now. Boeheim's Army going to dribble drive. Devendorf moves it back out around the perimeter. As they will have it at the left wing perimeter now. They will set it up for Boeheim's Army. Double team by Gillian as he had the basketball, but he's going to move it out to the left corner. Dribbles now to the left elbow. Jumper taken by Boeheim's Army off the mark. No good. Rebound Sideline Cancer. A lot of bricks in this game. Catch and shoot three. Off the mark. Nothing falling. Yeah, this has been a really low-scoring game, Bradley. Nothing is falling down right now for both of these teams. 9-6 the score. We're under a minute and 40 left to go in the first quarter. Boeheim's Army dribble drive into the lane, and that will be foul number 5 for Sideline Cancer. And that means that the Syracuse alumni will go to the free throw line. So here goes Demetrius Nichols at the line for Boeheim's Army, shooting 2. And a really low-scoring first half. This is a total flip 180 from the last game we had. Overseas Elite against Herdbats. First shot, no good. Miss at the free throw line by Nichols. Syracuse alumni, about this team right here with Boeheim's Army, they got a lot of experience on this team. Quite a bit of players played college basketball for this team back in the early to mid-2000s, also the late 2000s. So they have quite a bit of players that's ages 30-plus in this team. Both of the shots missed the free throw line, but Boeheim's Army gets the offensive rebounds. And off the rebound, they put it up and it's through right there for 2. So, finally, we get a bucket here. We'll see if we can go on a scoring spree. Sideline Cancer has it. Dribble drive into the lane. Floater with the right hand, and that one goes up and over the backboard. But we have contact and a foul by Boeheim's Army, as that foul will be assessed to Nichols. And this will be 2 at the free throw line coming up by Sideline Cancer. Minute 14 left to go first quarter. 2 shots here by Remy Abel at the free throw line. If you're new to the channel, don't forget, hit the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe button, notification bell. Goes a long way as well, as I cover play-by-play basketball games, college and NBA on the channel and Behind the Arc Basketball on YouTube. First shot, no good at the free throw line by Sideline Cancer. Feel free to let me know who you're rooting for in this game. If you're liking Boeheim's Army in this one, as Vegas Vic Sports Fanatic, my man, gonna go with Boeheim's Army in this one. If you guys like Sideline Cancer, feel free to let me know down in the chat below. Second shot by Abel. It is good at the free throw line. 10-8 is the score. Boeheim's Army has it. They have it at the top of the key. Dante Green moves it over now to Trish. Trish with the basketball. As he dribbles inside, moves it back out to the left wing. And now they will go dribble drive with the right hand. Floats it up. It's good. Up and in off the backboard as we have another bucket there by Boeheim's Army. This game's tied up at 10. So finally getting some points here on the board. Sideline Cancer has it. Artist moves it back out to the top. Back over to the left wing here. This time to Abel. Abel dribbles left baseline. And we got a foul. It's going to be a foul here. He picked up by Boeheim's Army. Will Raymond will get charged right there with a foul as he tried to take the charge and couldn't. Sideline Cancer will get back to basketball. 37 seconds remaining. Oh, wow. That's going to be quite interesting to hear. So Diego putting out the 2K crowd noise in the playoffs that they're using. The automated sounds is going to be much louder than real life crowd. Wow. That's incredible that they're even to pump up more decibels there. 10-10 the score. Sideline Cancer off the inbound. Missed the 3. Boeheim's Army gets the rebound. Ball into the hands of Gillian. John Gillian has it. 3-second differential. Shot clock and game clock here as we are winding down at the end of the first quarter. 10 on the shot clock. 13 on the game clock right now. Do I want to see fans at games? Yes, of course I do. That would mean we're back to normal. That ball deflected out of bounds by Nichols. Tried to pass it in the low post. Deflected out of bounds by Sideline Cancer. Boeheim's Army will get it back. 2 on the shot clock. 5.3 remaining on the game clock. Tie game up at 10. We got a couple players in for Sideline Cancer. Eric Thompson, number 5, coming into the game. Maurice Creek back into the game. Also Marcus Keene is back into the game. Inbound, Boeheim's Army passes. Right corner 3. That one's up. No good. Right before the horn. 2 seconds left to go. Rebound. Half-court heave up in the air. No good. It was close, though. Off the back iron. No good right there at the half-court shot as we end the first quarter in a very, very low snail pace type of quarter here. In quarter number 1, 10-10 is the score right now. We are on pace for 40 points basically in this one if they keep up quarter scoring like this. Ouch, from the floor. So far in this game, 20% shooting by Sideline Cancer, 33% by Boeheim's Army. I wouldn't be shocked, of course, if this game gets picked up in the second, third, and fourth quarters of this one, as I feel like they were trying to just trying to adjust here and get a feel for this game today. But right now we're on break. We'll get to it, and then we'll be back for the second quarter of this one right after this timeout. So if you haven't already done so, don't forget to hit the thumbs up, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button if you're new, and notification bell if you really enjoy what I do here as well. I cover college basketball games for play-by-play streams. Also cover NBA games here for play-by-play on the channel. First ever time covering the TBT, and this is awesome. We've had some great games here today. We have a tie game right now, and we've had some phenomenal games throughout the TBT tournament here. The final game of the TBT, that will take place, the championship game, on Tuesday night, 7 o'clock Eastern time, as the winner of this game will take on Overseas Elite in the semifinals tomorrow. And then the winner of that game, the two semifinals, will play each other in the championship game on Tuesday at 7. So yeah, we got almost 20 people watching now. Feel free to let me know in the chat, if you guys would like, who you're rooting for in this game. If you're a Syracuse fan here, if you like Boeheim's Army, type that in the chat here. And also feel free to type in the chat if you're rooting for Sideline Cancer in this one. Sideline Cancer's been one of the shocks here to TBT. 22 seed, and they're coming off back-to-back W's in the round of 24, round of 16. So right now, stoppage in time on this game. It's just hasn't been a shooting game so far. In this one, hopefully things pick up here. We see some massive shots being knocked down here throughout the game, as both of these teams are stone cold from the floor. Who do I want to win in this game? I would go for Boeheim's Army in this one. If I had to bet on this game, I feel like Boeheim's Army would be the stronger team. I was like the only one that took Overseas Elite in the last game. I thought Overseas Elite was the strongest team, and they were, as the final outcome had stated right there, as they won 93-76. But that score is a whole lot closer than what you think. Overseas Elite they took total control of that in the third quarter. They were just red hot, fire from the floor by Overseas Elite. Alright, so right back to action here, as we're going to start off the second quarter, everybody. $10 even is the score right now, with a really low first quarter. Lowest first quarter that I've seen in a long time. Like, none of the shots fell down. Besides, for college basketball, not this past season, but back in 2019... Virginia Tech against North Carolina State. The game that the final score was 47-24. That game, that was the lowest score, the 24 points, since the combined shot clock era, I think, took place back in the mid-80s when they incorporated the shot clock. So we're back to action right now. 8:55 left to go, and already a quick foul by Sideline Cancer. So, non-shooting foul. It's going to be an inbound coming up by Boeheim's Army. Inbound here by Boeheim's Army. They pass it off to the left corner of the front court. They got the basketball now. It's Gillian. Passes over to the left wing. Takes the three. No good. Still stone cold shooting the ball as Boeheim's Army misses the three. Rebound Sideline Cancer. They take it past the half-court logo. Sideline Cancer with it. For McGlynn in the game. For McGlynn played college basketball here, as Vegas Vix is on the channel too. For McGlynn, my man, he played college basketball for the Rhode Island Rams back in 2015-2016. He is in the game right now, as we got 8.5 remaining. As we got a turnover here by Sideline Cancer. Ball got touched out of bounds by them, so Boeheim's Army is going to get the ball right back. So Boeheim's Army has it right wing perimeter. Ah, man, sorry to hear that. Ray Blanket lost money on the last game. Ah, man, sorry to hear that, bud. Hopefully he'll be making some cash on this one if you bet on this one as well. He floated up, and that one's up and good for two. by John Gillian there for Boeheim's Army. 12-10 the score. Sideline Cancer right back with the basketball. So they have it at the top. Bounce pass over to McGlynn. For McGlynn moves it over top of the key here for Sideline Cancer. 7:55 left to go. So they get it into Thompson. Thompson passes left baseline to Artis. Artis moves it back over. That ball tipped, deflected, stolen away. Here's Brandon Trish. One man a beat right there with a reverse-handed layup. Missed it, though, off the right side of the backboard. That was a nice steal, but couldn't complete it. Left corner open three. Sideline Cancer missed it. Oh, okay, so Virginia Tech and North Carolina was the one. Oh, man. So you were one that probably took the over, most likely. Man, that was... I couldn't believe that game when I watched it like a year and a half ago. Like, nothing but bricks in that game, and that's what this game has basically been so far. Sideline Cancer just scored, dribble drive right there off the steal, and they lay it up and in. 12-12 to score. Boeheim's Army with it. Right baseline, bounce pass off the backdoor cut. They're going to put it up, and they score. So there we go, a bucket. That one goes down for two. Boeheim's Army will go to the free throw line, and they will shoot the and one here coming up as they got a 2-point lead. 14-12 to score. As this is Andrew White at the free throw line, just made the bucket. So Diego's not going to bet the Lakers winning the finals, but he's got the Lakers winning it all, he puts. Yeah, I feel like it's so risky to bet like the NBA restart in Disney, because you honestly don't know, because if players test positive, it's going to change the entire thing. Like, the players should feel protective, but what if somebody from, like, the hotel comes back positive, like a hotel worker, and that's how some of the players test positive. See, that's the thing. If players start testing positive, then it's just going to dramatically change. Like, it's probably going to come down to who has the best bench. Free throw went down at the line. Sideline Cancer were in the basketball, and they blow past the Syracuse alumni defense and put it up and in for two. 15-14 the score. Boeheim's Army with it. They'll take a three. Left wing, it's off the mark. Rebound, Sideline Cancer. Maurice Creek with the basketball for Sideline Cancer. Passes over now top of the key. As that is McGlynn who gets it. Dribbles out to the left wing. Takes the three. It's tipped around in the air. No good. Rebound goes back to Boeheim's Army. Boeheim's Army pushing up the court. Inside. They missed it. No foul either. Too strong off the glass. Rebound back over to Sideline Cancer. Stolen away. Boeheim's Army gets the steal. Puts it up. Oh, they can't score again. What is wrong right now? That backboard not generous. There's been so many shots off the backboard just too strong. And that time, Sideline Cancer gets the pass right there in the low post. And they avoid the block and they put it up and in for two. Off the backboard. And that time the backboard helps out for the 2 points. 16-15. Lead change. Sideline Cancer by one. Boeheim's Army with the ball, 5:35 left to go. They move it back to the top, takes a three, no good, hit the front rim. Ah, yikes, all these points just not falling today. Sideline Cancer off the rebound, full court pass. Right ahead of the pack, and they will lay it up and in for two. And Sideline Cancer here will have an 18-15 lead with 5:28 left to go in quarter number two. Maurice Creek got the layup for two. Timeout taken here on the court by Boeheim's Army. We've seen it a couple times so far. Boeheim's Army defensively just hasn't been able to get back in transition. And that has been a problem so far. That's been quite a bit of buckets. And this game's been off the fast break by Sideline Cancer. Sideline Cancer has been struggling. Just regular jump shots from the floor in this one. They've been struggling big time. But as far as laying it up in transition, that has been the key here why Sideline Cancer has a 3-point lead. So right now we're just on break. Yep, indeed, Vaughn. NBA is in Florida where cases are rising, but all the players should feel protected there. Of course, it's not going to be 100% protection, but like no strangers are allowed in that facility there to go to the NBA restart. It's just the only people that's there is the hotel workers, the dining staff for the hotel, and then for the game crew you get the media crew. That's there for the television and radio, and then the officials, and then that's basically it. That's basically as far as people there that the players will encounter during their time in the NBA bubble. So we're back to action. Both of these teams shooting the ball combined 1 for 21 from behind the arc. It's been rough today. Boeheim's Army. Bounce pass in the low post, puts up the shot. It's up and good for two. Hey, welcome in here. Harry, thanks so much, bud, for stopping by here, my man. I appreciate it, man, for joining me here, bud. So Ray's going to take Sideline Cancer for this one today, for this game, as they got the 1-point lead currently. Boeheim's Army with the basketball off the Sideline Cancer missed shot. Yeah, they should feel very well protected there, the NBA, because they're not encountering strangers every day. It's not like they're going out to eat in public, where they're gonna see a bunch of people. They're right in the hotel. It's just basically the hotel workers that the hotel workers just have to go home, and they see different types of people. 19-18 the score is Boeheim's Army hits the shot, and finally we get some buckets here. That is a left wing three. It is up and it goes down for the 3-point shot from behind the arc by Maurice Creek. So finally getting some buckets in this one right now. Creek was able to knock down the triple. Boeheim's Army right back with the basketball as they got it. They lose control of it. It's going to go right back over to Sideline Cancer. We get a foul here. It's going to stop the clock with 4:07 left to go. If you're new here on the channel, don't forget, hit the thumbs up, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. It's going to be an offensive foul by Sideline Cancer. So that is the second offensive foul here in the second quarter by Sideline Cancer. Ball back to Boeheim's Army. Under 4 left to go, second quarter. Devendorf with the basketball. Eric Devendorf takes the deep two. Left elbow. No good. Hit the front rim. A rebound goes back over to Sideline Cancer. One man to beat here defensively as they will put it up, and they will put it up and in for 2 off the backboard. Count the bucket by Sideline Cancer. They get fouled as well, and they will go to the free throw line and shoot the and one. So Remy Abel right there. One man to beat. And the problem today, the Achilles heel of Boeheim's Army, is transitional defense, and that has been a major problem, trying to get back and play defense in transition. And once again we saw that right there, as there was only one player back in transition to guard Remy Abel, and Abel was able to absorb the contact, put it up in and off the backboard, and now he'll go to the free throw line after break to shoot one shot. So right now we're just on break, 23-19 in a really low scoring affair. The scoring is picking up just a little bit, but still on like snails type of pace right now. So we take a look, leading scorers of this game. It is right now currently for Boeheim's Army, the leading scorer only has 5 points, as that is Andrew White III with 5 points, and then Eric Devendorf with 4, and then Dante Green with 4 points as well, and John Gillian as well with 4 points. For Sideline Cancer, leading scorer right now is Maurice Creek. He's got 8 points. Interesting thing to note here, Marcus Keene, who dropped down 29 points in the first game and 16 in the second game. He is yet to score so far for Sideline Cancer. Marcus Keene is the number 2 scorer this century in college basketball, behind Chris Clemens of the Campbells. So Marcus Keene averaged 30 points per game back in the 2016-17 season for Central Michigan. He's yet to score, though, in this game today. Pat Mahomes just missed a very short putting golf going on. Vaughn's updating me by the golf match going on with a celebrity golf tournament. Oof, that's not good for Pat Mahomes. Looks like that's not his strong suit there. Should probably stick with football. But I enjoy the dedication of trying there for Pat Mahomes to try something new. Vaughn sees the numbers of active cases in the Northeast. Yep, they are falling despite the cases in the U.S. are rising. Yeah, up here in the Northeast, everything is falling. Everybody's wearing their mask up here in the Northeast. Basically, well, in my state, they are up here in Mass. And if you don't do so, you get a fine here up in Massachusetts if you get caught without your mask inside the store. It's that strict, like now. Yes, that was one of my worst days as well, Harry. That was a terrible day. March 12th, 2020, when they canceled all sports, canceled the NCAA tournament. A day after Rudy Gobert tested positive. Man, that was completely, the world changed in a flip of a switch. Crazy. Hey, welcome to the channel. Just Seal, thanks so much for stopping by. Likes Boeheim's Army in this one. Welcome to the channel. So Boeheim's Army trailing by 4. Still a lot of time left to go. 3:47 left to go second quarter. Sideline Cancer got fouled. They got the bucket. They also got fouled right before the break. So they'll go to the line, shoot one, and that shot's up. That shot's good by Remy Abel. 24-19, 5-point game, largest lead so far, I believe, by Sideline Cancer. Left baseline, Boeheim's Army with the basketball. As they have it inside, going to take the jumper. This one is up, and this one is good. Are they going to count the bucket, though? No, they said that Green traveled with the basketball right before that. So the refs say that Dante Green traveled with the ball, and that's going to be a turnover there by Boeheim's Army. So back over to Sideline Cancer. January will be the best day of Diego's life. Well, best month there, as January is broken up their month into days, just like how all the months are. Yeah, March 12th was pretty abysmal, I'd have to say. 3:27 left to go. If you enjoy the content here on the channel, feel free to hit the thumbs up, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Welcome in everyone for stopping by here as I cover play-by-play of basketball. I cover college basketball games, NBA games here on the channel, as we are on Behind the Arc Basketball on YouTube. Welcome on the channel. Feel free to let me know who you're rooting for in this game today. If you're rooting for the Syracuse alumni, Boeheim's Army, or if you're rooting for Sideline Cancer. Sideline Cancer gets the, they're going to shoot the three-point shot from the left corner off. The pass swung over from the top of the key. It's off the mark. No good, though. Rebound goes to Thompson, the Sideline Cancer. We get a foul from behind here, picked up by Boeheim's Army. So another stoppage in time now. 3:09 left remaining, second quarter. Sideline Cancer with the ball off the inbound. It's going to go back over to Boeheim's Army here. They get the steal. Boeheim's Army going to set it up. They swing it around the perimeter now. Off to the top of the key, Devendorf with the basketball now. He moves it over to the left wing. As they will go dribble drive inside right there for Boeheim's Army. Tried to put up the shot. And we got the ball got deflected out of bounds off the missed shot right there. Ray's going to go with Sideline Cancer in this one. 24-19, 5-point game. Inbound coming up, Boeheim's Army. They're going to pass back on top. Oh, he was open. Should have thought about taking the three. He does a couple seconds after he pauses, and Malachi Richardson hits it down from behind the arc. 24-22 right now. Got over 20 people watching. Great stream we got going on right now. Sideline Cancer with the basketball. So we got a pretty low-scoring game, but as far as competitiveness here, right well even with each other so far. 2:20 remaining. Sideline Cancer missed the three. Boeheim's Army, oh, nice pass to the left corner. They will go inside with it, and Richardson gets called with a foul. So Malachi Richardson right there pushes off his floater in the low post. That is an offensive foul by Boeheim's Army. And it will go back to Sideline Cancer with 2:17 left to go on the clock in the second quarter. Syracuse at Duke in 2014, Harry put it out. Yep, Jim Boeheim cursing at the refs, gets ejected in that game. Sideline Cancer will get it right back. It's been both of these teams just going at it right now. As far as evenness in this game, you can't tell who has the advantage right now because the shots are just not falling in this one. Both of these teams just stone cold from the floor. I'm shocked because I covered Boeheim's Army against the Men of Mackey back on Tuesday, and they were doing a great job. They were able to produce for multiple players there. Hey, welcome to the channel, Mark 10. Thanks so much for stopping by. As he's rooting for Boeheim's Army in this one. He's got 20 bucks on Boeheim's Army in this one. 20,000. Oh, man. Wow, 20K on the line for his bet right there for Boeheim's Army to get the W here. If I had to predict this one, I would go with Boeheim's Army as well. I'm shocked by how well Sideline Cancer is doing here in this tournament here. And they're doing this game without Marcus Keene going off so far. Marcus Keene, the leading scorer so far for Sideline Cancer through these games. Marcus Keene is 0 points so far for Sideline Cancer. 2:17 left to go, second quarter. We're getting back to action here in this one. As the refs just sorted out what happened last in the court. They got the mopping crew out to clean up the sweat, but it looks like it's going to be Sideline Cancer's basketball. So Sideline Cancer with the ball now, dribbles past half court. As they will have it now at the free throw circle. Moves it over to the left wing perimeter. Shot fake now into the hands of for McGlynn, and we got a foul here as well. It's going to be 2:08 on the clock. That is a push-off by Fort McGlynn, so an offensive foul by Sideline Cancer. Goes right back over to Boeheim's Army. Boeheim's Army with the basketball, top of the key. They dribble now at the right elbow, moves it back out to the top here to Devendorf. Devendorf with a minute 55 left to go. Reverse hand, layup, couldn't go down. Tipped around, the rebound goes to Sideline Cancer. Both of these teams just struggling to even hit a shot today. We're going to go into halftime, and they're most likely going to be below 30 for both of these teams. That ball's stolen away here. We're just going back and forth with no buckets. Boeheim's Army with it. Step back three in the air. No good. Wide open, and he missed it off the left side of the rim right there. Well short. Missed shot. Rebound Sideline Cancer. They're going to take a three. It is up. It is no good. Off the back iron. We got just stone cold shooting from the floor right now. Cannot hit a shot for these two teams. Minute 20 left to go before halftime. Boeheim's Army has it. Brandon Trish dribbles towards his left. Guarded by McGlynn. Pass over to Devendorf. Devendorf going inside off the dribble drive. Too strong. They tried to go for the tip-in, and too strong on the slam dunk, too, and missed out. A rebound by Sideline Cancer. They tried to take it a distance. They missed their own layup as well. A minute left to go. We're stuck at 24-22. Devendorf passes left corner three up in the air. That one's off the mark. No good. Tip to the top of the key. Oh, there we go. Pass inside, and finally somebody scores. Devendorf for two, and we're tied up at 24. Yeah, this is looking like a really low score here. Diego's thinking 59 is going to be the target score. Both of these teams just cannot hit a shot so far. Barely any jumpers going down. These shots from this game so far have been like layups. They've been blowing past the defense on layups or in transition. That's the only way they're able to score. There's been so many three-point shots that's been attempted in this game so far, and both of these teams are combining for 3 for 29 right now from behind the arc. It's been a major problem shooting a jumper in this one. Man. We get a stoppage in time now, 32.8 left to go on the clock. Man, hopefully you took the under in this game today, because it's looking at it right now. Barring any points explosion happening like a miracle in the second half, it is looking like this game's going to go well under what the possible projected total was for this one. 24 even, 30 seconds left to go before the half. A three-point shot, a miss by Sideline Cancer. Ball deflected up in the air, tipped around, a rebound by Boeheim's Army. Boeheim's Army has it. 20 seconds left to go before halftime. As Vaughn thanks Korea for keeping them entertained during the month of May there with the country of South Korea, as they got back live sports before most of the world did. 10 seconds left to go. Devendorf with the basketball, tied up at 24. Boeheim's Army got it. 5 seconds. Devendorf going to take a three. Top of the key. It's no good. Straightaway three. Too strong off the back iron. Rebound by Sideline Cancer, and they're not even going to attempt a shot here before the end of the half. So we are at halftime in a really, really low game here between these two teams. I haven't seen scoring like this in quite a bit of time. I think for a basketball game, I think the last time I've seen scoring like this was back in December, I think it was. It was UConn against Indiana for a college basketball game. And both of the teams were stuck for like 10 minutes, like around 10 minutes without scoring a single bucket. They were tied up at 38-38 apiece in that game. And this game, it's been tough to come by as far as buckets in this one. Wow. Sideline Cancer is a scoring drought right now of 3 minutes and 48 seconds heading into halftime. Man, I haven't seen a game like this in quite a while. So right now, we're just on break. If you guys are new to the channel, hit the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe button here as I cover play-by-play of basketball on the channel. I'm Behind the Arc Basketball on YouTube. I cover college basketball games, also cover NBA games as well here on the channel. So welcome in, everyone, and stopping by and finding the stream, by the way. I see, let's see here. So, wow. The over-under for this one is set at 158.5 for the over-under. 158.5 according to Sports Betting Times website. Wow. Oh no, that's for Heard That Overseas Elite. 1 second here. 156.5. So 156.5 is the over-under for this game, which they're basically 100 points, like around 100 points away from doing that they would need in the second half combined to get there. That's crazy, man. Boeheim's Army, they're 3.5 point favorites according to this site on sportsbettingdime.com. Yeah, I would say go for it, Ray. I feel like this is gonna be a really close game throughout. Like really close game. Like it could come down to like a final bucket, because that first half, if that first half told you something, it told you that like nobody there like could stand out from the first half from each other. But I really do like Sideline Cancer's chances here, possibly in the second half, because Marcus Keene is yet to score. He's yet to be on the board. He's got 0 points. He's 0 for 5 from the floor. So a lot of adjustments need to be made, and usually Marcus Keene can just hit down shots here. So it's shocking to me that he hasn't yet scored in this game. Man, yeah, this has been an odd game to cover here. Just Brick City. I feel like it's going to come down here, really close game when we get into the Elam ending roll section. So Vaughn was bored for about 2 months until the Korean Baseball League and Bundesliga started for him. So right now we're just at a halftime break. A lot of adjustments need to be made here. As far as jump shots, they were just not going down there in half number 1. Not at all. Both of these teams shooting the ball low 30s from the floor. Yeah, I would take the under for that. Yep. So yeah, I would definitely take the under right now, because both of these teams are struggling. Awesome. So Ray's gonna make his bet. Hopefully you'll be able to get some big bucks, man. Awesome. The sports deck here is Bradley's back in the channel. He's working on the scoreboard. It's not an option on OBS, Bradley. Go to the search bar on your computer in the left corner of the computer next to the Windows power off thing. There should be something that says type here to search on Windows if you have Windows 10. Just type in that search bar, type in Paint, and then it leads you to an app on the desktop, and that's where you're able to bring up a box and create boxes there. You can do all sorts of stuff. Like it has the shape icon over on Paint. That's how I was able to create and make this box here for the scoreboard. But on OBS, the sports deck, how I'm able to get the team names is through text documents. If you go over to sources on OBS and hit the plus sign, and then it brings off text, and then you're able to create text documents, and that's how you're able to insert text into that. And then it lets you to choose choose the color of the text, choose the size of the text. It's a bunch of things. You can do the font of them as well. That's how I'm able to do the scoreboard, because I have it all through like a text document. So the winner of this game will take on Overseas Elite in the semifinals for tomorrow. Overseas Elite winners against Heard That earlier today, 93-76 in that game. Hey, no problem, Bradley. I appreciate it, bud. So yeah, right now we're just at halftime, and then we'll get back for the second half and see if they can step it up as far as connecting from the floor and making some more shots here. That was as far as watching games here and calling games, we were stuck on a lot of these scoring numbers for quite a while. We were stuck on 20 for quite a bit. We've been stuck at 24 for quite a bit. Stuck at 10 for quite a bit of time as well. It's a totally complete 180 from the last game that I covered. That Overseas Elite scored 93. So yeah, so if you guys are just tuning now, it was just stone cold for both of these teams from the floor. 3-point shots, only a combined 3 for 30 right now from behind the arc. It's so low as far as shooting. Boeheim's Army's 1 for 14. Sideline Cancer's 2 for 16. And both of these teams shooting the ball at a low 30% from the floor currently. Yet we have the second half that has to be made here. As far as adjustments, there's going to be a ton of here going into the second half of this one. Yeah, I heard that today, Vaughn. The Pac-12 commissioner tested positive, and he actually went to the hospital as well because of that. I'm going to check to see if there's any like sports news going on or anything around here. Patriots making the money off a settlement today with AB and Aaron Hernandez. Patriots making some money today. I thought they weren't going to name the Major League Baseball players that had tested positive, but now they are. Like, Major League Baseball keeps on, some of the players we know tested positive, but some of them we don't. They just tell the team name, and that's it. Like, it seems like if it's a big-time player, like how they announced Aroldis Chapman's name today from the Yankees, if it's a big-time player, they'll always announce it. But if it's, like, another player that's, like, not as known, they're not going to announce it. Hey, Alana's back here. Just got done watching the ARCA race not too long ago. Awesome, man. Hopefully it was a good race there at Kentucky today, I think. Was it? Let's see, ARCA racing. Well, I watched the Cup race. I'm probably gonna be away tomorrow. I actually don't have cable either, so I don't get FS1 or NBCSN. Unfortunately, I only get Fox and NBC. So unfortunately, I can't watch the Cup race because I don't have cable. But oh, Ty Gibbs won. That's great. Hopefully, Haley Deegan did well. She's like up and coming, rising to the NASCAR scene here. Ah, she got wrecked. Oh, that's unfortunate. That's too bad. Yeah, same here, Vegas Fix. I hope so that Rado Rodriguez can come right back to the Red Sox just in time to start off the baseball season. What is really odd is that Jimmy Johnson tested positive. Last week he missed the race. He was asymptomatic. And then they tested him, and three days later he did three more tests, and every single one of those tests he tested negative on. So he's wondering if it was a false positive to that test, because he only tested positive once, and then 3 days later he was negative, and he's been cleared to race this weekend. Oh, that's too bad. She was in the 5th position but got turned into the wall. Man, that's unfortunate. Yeah, I hope so, man. Hopefully Chase Elliott gets the W tomorrow, man. Same with me, I hope so. So we're going to start off third quarter, everybody, in a really low-scoring game in this one. The shots just aren't falling from behind the arc in this one. The jumpers just stone cold from the floor in this type of game. The majority of the points have been off of, like, fast break transition points behind the defense in this one so far. So if you guys are a first-timer on the channel, make sure to hit the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe button, as I cover play-by-play here, basketball action. I also cover college basketball games and NBA games on the channel, so welcome in, everyone. The winner of this game will take on Overseas Elite tomorrow in the semifinals, and then the winner of the semifinals tomorrow with Overseas Elite in this one, and then Red Scare versus the Golden Eagles in the other semifinal. Both of the semifinal winners will face off in the title game, which will be on Tuesday night at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Yeah, that kind of sounds fishy. How he was only positive for 3 days. He took 1 positive test and 3 negative. That's just a bummer because if it happened to be a false positive, that's too bad because he he dropped down in the points to it. He's right like borderline to being bounced off of the playoff 16 now. He's in 15th in the points because of that. It's just unfortunate. 24-24 at the half. We're going to get going to the third quarter here in just a moment. Hopefully that would be cool if Haley Deegan's able to win the next race at Iowa. I hope then she like works her way up to the trucks and then up to Xfinity and then soon Cup. Because that'd be great. When I was up in New Hampshire last year, she was at the track signing autographs. The day before I went up to New Hampshire, she was there. Because they had Xfinity on Saturday. I went to the Cup race though on Sunday. So second half, the key to this one for Sideline Cancer. So this one, you need to get the ball to Marcus Keane in the second half here because he has shown through the first 2 games of this TBT that he can take some high quality shots and hit them. Today he struggled in the first half though. It's just about opportunities. He is in foul trouble though. That's going to be the problem though. But if he can stay away from that and not pick up any more, he should be good to go in the second half. So it wouldn't shock me if Marcus Keane does finish with double-digit points in this one. For Boeheim's Army, what you got to do in this one is you need everybody to contribute basically, and it starts off with a leading score from the last game. Eric Devendorf, he leads the way currently with 6 points, but as far as the jumpers going down, that's where he needs to hit them. He's hit all his buckets so far as layups in transition. And then 5 points so far in this one by Andrew White. And then 4 points by John Gillian. But both of these teams, we couldn't really see like who wants it more in the second half. As it was just back and forth, back and forth. It was kind of like an offensive play, like nails on chalkboard, as both of these teams just struggled from the floor. Hopefully, we'll get to see some more breakout action here in the second half of this game. So 24 even. This game at the end of the first quarter was tied up at 10. So talk about a low-scoring affair. We got one right now. Complete flip side to the first game where Overseas Elite in the third quarter was knocking down everything. They put up a 93 spot today against Heard That. So quarter number 3 will start in just a moment. If you enjoy the content here on the channel, enjoy the play-by-play, don't forget to hit the thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, and hit the notification bell if you really enjoy what I do here, as well as I cover play-by-play basketball games here on the channel. If you haven't done so already, if you're new to the channel, let me know down in the chat who you're rooting for in this one. If you're rooting for Boeheim's Army, the Syracuse alumni in this game, or if you're rooting for Sideline Cancer in this one, feel free, if you haven't done so already, let me know down in the chat. Oh, yeah, for sure, Vegas Vix. This has been a really low-scoring game. And then there's been multiple chances here for playing in buckets. It's just the backboard has just been so unfriendly in this game. It was like all the shots were favoring Overseas Elite today. Like everything was favoring Joe Johnson, dropping down 35. Joe Johnson could have took on both of these teams in this one today, and we'd probably see a similar type of score. Hey, welcome to the channel, Justin David. Welcome to the channel, man. Thanks so much for stopping by. He's glad he found this channel. I appreciate it. Puts out my gut skills. I appreciate it, man. Thanks so much for stopping by. So this is the first ever time that I've covered TBT before. I've been covering it for about a week. I also cover college basketball games, NBA games. I also do content on the channel from college basketball rankings to college basketball transfer videos. I also did an NBA draft video as well, and I do a couple of other streams from time to time with special programming like NASCAR races from time to time, and also NFL streams as well. So we get back to action here. Low scoring affair, 24-24, and we start off 7 seconds through the third quarter, and it didn't take too long for the first foul to come aboard. So foul number 1 here picked up by Boeheim's Army. Demetrius Nichols picks up a foul 7 seconds through. the third quarter. Sideline Cancer will go to the free throw line, shoot 2. It's a shooting foul. So Jamel Artis played college basketball at Pittsburgh. He's going to shoot 2 here at the line. Artis' first shot. This one's up. This one's good. 25-24 to score. So Sports Deck here. He made his scoreboard. How do you transport it over to OBS? All you have to do is go into sources, hit the plus sign on sources, and then hit image under sources. So both of the free throws go down, and then it should allow you to browse the image and should allow you to add the image there. You can also drag it over to OBS as well. If you want to just drag the scoreboard over from where you saved it, if it was the desktop or a folder, just drag it over to OBS, and it should be able to do that as well. 26-24 to score. Boeheim's Army went inside, and they were denied right there, and the ball goes out of bounds as well. Tipped out of bounds by Malachi Richardson, so Sideline Cancer is going to get it right back. Yeah, for sure, Justin. A lot of these, quite a bit of the games that I've done so far, the winning teams had like 76 points they've scored. I've had a bunch of games where the winning team scored 76, but this game is looking like the target score is going to be someplace in the 50s right now. Right corner 3. Off the mark, off the steal by Boeheim's Army. They miss it. Rebound by Sideline Cancer. Sideline Cancer with the basketball. They got it now with 8:14 left to go, and another foul. Boeheim's Army, 2 quick fouls here, and we're not even a minute through the third quarter. 46 seconds through quarter number 3. Sideline Cancer takes the 3. It's off the mark. Boeheim's Army rebounds it. Boeheim's Army with the basketball. These two teams are combining for 3 for 33 from behind the arc right now. Ouch. Make it 3 for 34. Straight away, top of the key. 3 misses right there by Boeheim's Army. And all the 3-point shots so far, it seems like the 3-point shots are just way too heavy. A lot of power in these shots, as like all of them just keep on going back iron. They're just way too strong right now. 7:49 left to go in the third, and guess what? Another foul. We got another foul here that stops the clock. Start and stop, start and start. Stop. It's gonna go back to Boeheim's Army though. If you're new to the channel, hit the thumbs up, hit the subscribe, hit the notification bell if you'd like to come back for more on the channel and be a part of this sports play-by-play community. Left corner 3, finally we got a 3 right there. It's Eric Devendorf. He is the one that needs to start the train for Boeheim's Army in this one if they want the W today. He dropped down 21 against Menamaki, and he currently has 9 points. He leads the team for the Syracuse alumni today. Lead here by Boeheim's Army by 1. Sideline Cancer with the basketball. Low post, they're going to float it up. It's an air ball with a ton of contact, no good. They get the offensive rebound, and they get denied right there. A big block from behind by Boeheim's Army. Boeheim's Army has it. Devendorf. Dribble, drive, inside with the left hand. There he goes. He's got 5 quick points by Eric Devendorf. He is the one that's going to start the parade today for Boeheim's Army. He now has 11 points. 29-26. Sideline Cancer with it. They're down by 3. 6:45 left to go. They move it out to the right wing. Into the hands of Creek. Creek going to take a deep 2, and it gets the luck of the bounce right there. Falls right in for 2. That was lucky as it rolled around the rim, but it went into the net for 2. Boeheim's Army with it. Top of the key into the hands of Trish. Moves it out here to Green. Green, bounce pass over to Richardson. Malachi Richardson now dribbles. Left elbow. Swings it out to Brandon Trish at the left baseline. Moves it back over left wing. Catch and shoot 3. Richardson almost halfway home, but rattled out. No good. A rebound Sideline Cancer. Into the hands of Creek. Going into Keene. Dribble drive inside, and Marcus Keene with a basketball. The refs are going to say that he double dribbled with the ball right there in the key, and it's going to go right back over to Boeheim's Army. Marcus Keene is yet to score. He's yet to be on the board in this one. He's the number two scorer this century in college basketball for top scores in college basketball. He averaged 30 points per game back in the 2016 season for Central Michigan. He is number 2 this century in the 21st century behind Chris Clemens of the Campbell Campbells. Sideline Cancer gets the ball inside. We get a foul here by Boeheim's Army. So that should result in 2 shots coming up at the line. So that will be D on the right, it looks like, to shoot 2 here at the free throw. Or actually, no, it's Boeheim's Army's ball. So yeah, the foul was on D on the right. It's going to be Boeheim's Army's ball, and Boeheim's Army is at the free throw line, shooting 2 coming up. So Andrew White III at the line, shooting 2 for Boeheim's Army. First one up by White, and no good. You gotta hit the freebies. That one no good, rattled out. Man, this rim is just not generous today. We've seen so many misses in today's game. Second shot coming up. Winner of this game will take on Overseas Elite, the 2 seed, Sunday at 6 o'clock Eastern Time. Second shot's good. 30-28 the score. Sideline Cancer right back with their possession with the basketball. Marcus Keene has it. Puts the ball at the top of the key here to Thompson. Thompson moves it back over to Keene. Keene now with the ball. Swings it out to the right wing. Takes a 3 by Creek. It is up and it is good. So finally a 3-point shot here to start off in the second half for Sideline Cancer. And they take the lead. 31-30. This is going to be a good game, I feel like. I think it's going to come down to like one final shot. Dribble drive inside. Trish's shot gets blocked. Go another way here with Sideline Cancer with the basketball. As they went inside, the ball got deflected out of bounds from behind by Boeheim's Army. Stop the clock, 5:27. Sideline Cancer is going to inbound underneath their hoop. So if you guys are new to the channel here, thanks so much for stopping by the way. We got over 20 people watching now. Don't forget, hit the thumbs up, hit the like button, hit the subscribe. Let's see if we can get to 15 plus likes here before the end of the stream, everyone. Welcome on the channel, and feel free to let me know in the chat who you're rooting for in this game. If you're rooting for Boeheim's Army or Sideline Cancer. Sideline Cancer missed the 3 to get the offensive rebound, though, and Maurice Creek puts it up and in for 2. So a jumper finally goes down. Creek at the right elbow hits it. 5 minutes to play in the third quarter. Boeheim's Army with the basketball. Bounce pass. Oh, nice move off the backdoor cut. They're going to get it up and in for 2 right there. John Gillian credited with assist. Andrew White with a bucket. Off the left side baseline. He went cut to the basket. And Gillian passed right there and laid it up and in for White. 33-32 the score. Another 3. Sideline Cancer's off the mark on. 2 strong right there off the back iron. A rebound goes back to Boeheim's Army. Passes up the court. And ball gets deflected out of bounds by Sideline Cancer. Boeheim's Army will get it back. Yep, Ray's got a Sideline Cancer from this one. Got quite a bit here for, I think it's basically been half and half here for Boeheim's Army Sideline Cancer as far as who people are rooting for in this game right now. 4.5 remaining. 1-point game. Boeheim's Army trailing down by 1. They get the basketball. Devendorf moves it over to the right corner. As now they'll dribble now with Raymond. Will Raymond stepped on the baseline though. As that will be a turnover by Boeheim's Army here. It goes right back over to Sideline Cancer as Will Raymond. He played for Colgate this past season for college basketball. Stepped on the baseline out of bounds. So ball will go right back over now. I appreciate it, Bradley, man. Thanks so much for stopping by again here, bud. Sideline Cancer has it. Keene lobs it over now into the key. And now they're going to pass it back outside. Marcus Keene's got it. Dribble drive as he works on Gillian. Almost stripped, but gets the ball back. Keene moves it over right wing to Artis. Artis pro hop into the lane. Floats it up, and Artis for 2. He's got it. Hey, welcome in. Kendrick here, bud. Thanks so much for stopping by, man. I appreciate it. 3-point game. 3:50 left to go. Third quarter. Boeheim's Army basketball. Eric Devendorf, he's got it. And it looks like Vaughn is eating a sandwich. As they will go inside. Dribble drive. That one gets blocked from behind. Sideline Cancer has it. And Keene lost it. He lost it, but it went back to his teammate, luckily. Keene had it, but it went out of bounds as well. I think that was his teammate right there. That was Dion Wright who tried to dive for it at the baseline, but couldn't get it. So timeout on the court now. Sideline Cancer going to take a timeout. They lead by 3. And we got 3:36 left to go. I believe so. I think you can live stream with a VPN on, I believe. So yeah, there are places that you can find this stream for free. Also, it's on the ESPN app for free, but I believe if you go over to 123TV ESPN, if you Google that up, 123TV ESPN, I think you should be able to stream, or get the stream for free, I think, on that. Even without a VPN, probably, I think. So it works either way. But yeah, I'm pretty sure that you're able to stream with a VPN on. So right now we're just on break. Winner of this game will take on Overseas Elite tomorrow in the semifinals, everyone. As we welcome you guys in here on the channel. Over 20 people watching now, which is great. We had a first good game against Overseas Elite where they put up 93 points and beat Herd that 93-76. This game has been the total opposite. We are taking a look at a low-scoring affair. Shots not going down from the floor, and both of these teams shooting the ball low 30s from the floor. But if we need difference makers in this one, Boeheim's Army with Eric Devendorf, the only player with double-digit points for them, as he's got 11 currently in this one. And then on the other side, for the key to this game for Sideline Cancer, it is getting Marcus Keene some shots that he can hit down here. He is struggling, though. He is 0 for 6 from the floor. The shots just haven't been able to fall down. But if he takes more, we will see if he can finally knock those down. One key thing to note here, as far as the shot struggling from this game, one key thing to note here for Sideline Cancer, as far as great play in this game, has to be from Eric Thompson, their big man. As Eric Thompson, 6'9" center, he has 11 rebounds in this game for Eric Thompson. So that's a positive thing right there by Sideline Cancer. So we're already at double-digit rebounds by Thompson. Do I get mad when players opt out in the season? It depends on the team, Vaughn, but I would get mad if I had some type of content planned for like the NBA. If I had to like plan stuff out and say if key players opt out, like after I like recorded the video, of course I would get mad about that. But I haven't recorded one about that yet. Kendrick here's tuned in. Eating a pizza and a salad here, so we got quite the food selections out here. Vaughn with his sandwich, so glad that you guys could join me, and looks like we got food time as well here on the channel. So it starts off with Eric Devendorf in this game for the Syracuse alumni. If they want to come alive, it starts off with number 2 in this one. He's 5 for 10 from the floor. He's got 11 points so far. So we're going to get back to action here. If you guys are new on the channel, almost 30 people watching now. Don't forget, hit the thumbs up, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button if you enjoy the content, hit the notification bell if you really enjoy what I do here as well, as I cover basketball games for play-by-play on the stream, live reaction videos. I also do a ton of content as far as college basketball rankings, transfer videos. I did an NBA draft video, but I cover play-by-play of college and NBA games, and also the first ever time I've done the TBT. I've done it now for about a week since the 4th of July, and this has been a phenomenal tournament here. There's been some awesome games throughout the TBT so far. So we are back to action. Sideline Cancer will have the basketball. They inbound it in their front court. We got 3:30 left to go in the third quarter. Marcus Keene has it. He has it at the top of the key dribbling. Dribble drive with the right hand. Keene puts it up in there. He is. He gets his first bucket of the game right there for the Central Michigan product. So Marcus Keene for 2, and they are up now by 5. 9-2 run by Sideline Cancer. Boeheim's Army going to go inside, and they get bumped and fouled. And that means that they'll have 2 shots coming up at the free throw line, it looks like, as John Gillian gets fouled by Dion Wright right there with 3:11 on the clock. So the foul numbers look like this. Boeheim's Army with 3 fouls currently. Sideline Cancer with 2. If you accumulate 5 fouls in the quarter, that means that the other team will go to the free throw line shooting the double bonus. First shot here by Boeheim's Army by Gillian at the free throw line. Gillian hits it. 4-point game, looking to make it 3 here at the line, and Gillian gets his next one. He does make it a 3-point game. 37-34. Looks like a pretty good football score to me right now, as we've got about 3 minutes left to go in the third quarter here in this one. Sideline Cancer with the football now. They have it top of the key with Marcus Keene. Keene moves it over, right wing, and now inside, floats it up, hits the front rim, no good by Artis. Ball gets deflected out of bounds. It's out of bounds by Sideline Cancer there, by Jamel Artis trying to go up for his offensive rebound. So Boeheim's Army is going to get it right back. Devendorf inbounds passes it, as Boeheim's Army will dribble this one past the half-court logo. They got it now with the left elbow, moves it back towards the top. Raymond passes over to Richardson. Malachi Richardson, spin move, takes the right elbow jumper, no good. Ball tipped around, it almost went in. Now, almost went to be the wrong basket right there. Sideline Cancer tried to get it up and in, but Sideline Cancer comes up right there and gets the rebounds. I don't know what happened to ESPN just took the stream down. I'm going to see if I can get it up here for you guys. Here we go. So 37-34 still the score. That's odd. The stream went down for some reason there. Boeheim's Army has the basketball. Top of the key. Over to the left elbow. Now they go inside. The left baseline jumper. Devendorf. That one's no good. He gets rebounded by Sideline Cancer. Sideline Cancer has it past half court. Oh, nice pass right there. Number 2, Artis feeding the big fella. Going home right there. Up and in off the backboard, as that is Dion Wright. As he spin moves low post inside and puts it up and in off the backboard for 2. 5-point game. Boeheim's Army can't hit it inside as well, as they are denied that time. Jumper, Keene. Wow, that is way off the mark. Air ball to the right side, but Keene was contacted and he was fouled when he went up for that shot. Wasn't sure at first, but Keene was actually fouled there. So Marcus Keene will go to the free throw line here for Sideline Cancer. And he will shoot 2 shots now. Minute 52 left to go. First shot here by Marcus Keene. It is up. It is good. It's a 6-point lead by Sideline Cancer. Second shot here by Marcus Keene. He's coming into this one. He played college basketball and averaged 30 points per game from Marcus Keene back in the 2016-17 season for Central Michigan. The number 2 scorer in the past 2 decades here in college basketball, behind Chris Clemens from Campbell. Second shot, good by Keene. 7-point game. Boeheim's Army has it. If you enjoyed the channel, hit the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe, and let me know in the chat if you haven't already done so who you're rooting for in this game. Boeheim's Army takes a 3, left corner, off the mark by White. It's no good. It's tipped out of bounds as well by Boeheim's Army. And Sideline Cancer is going to get it back. Minute 38 left to go, third quarter. Welcome in, everyone. I cover play-by-play for college basketball games, NBA games. Also do quite a bit of content as far as basketball rankings videos for college basketball, transfer videos as well, and quite a bit of content and I did an NBA draft videos as well. So quite a bit of content here on the channel I do. Minute and a half left to go, third quarter right now. Sideline Cancer's got the basketball. They're going to slow down tempo, ball into the hands of Marcus Keene, dribbling at the edge of the Puma logo. Keene hands it off to Creek, back over to Keene, dribbles towards his left. Keene going to feed it off to the right corner, all the way across the court, goes to Abel. Remy Abel, dribble drives inside, going to float it up, and Abel hits it up and good for 2. This is the largest lead, I believe, of this game right now, 43-34. Hey, welcome in, my man, Ryan, bud. Thanks so much for stopping by, brother. I appreciate it. 10-2 run. Sideline Cancer, been the shock of this tournament so far. Right corner 3, it's off the mark by Boeheim's Army. Full court pass right at the head of the pack there, but the defense came right back in time, though. Sideline Cancer goes inside, floats it up with the right hand, and they get fouled as well. Wow. Sideline Cancer up by 11. They have a chance to make it 12 here, as they will go to the free throw line with Maurice Creek coming up right now. Wow. Raptors right on spot right here with his projection so far. As Raptors back, my man. Welcome back in here, bud. As he hopes Sideline Cancer wins. He was talking about in the last game that he has got Sideline Cancer in this one, and this is shocking. They're finally pulling away right here. 17 points. Creek has been the difference so far. Maurice Creek in this game. 48.5 seconds left to go. He hits that one. He makes it 18. They are a 22 seed, and they are leading by 12 with under a minute left to go in the third quarter. Boeheim's Army's got the basketball. John Gillian has it at the top of the key. Gillian now dribble drive into the paint. Right hand too high off the glass, and they couldn't come down with the offensive rebounds. Yep, so this Boeheim's Army team is a Syracuse alumni. Sideline Cancer is just a team just put together with a bunch of players on there. Oh my goodness, what a block right there by Sideline Cancer. As also, they went into the lane, they laid it up right before. That's a highlight reel, top 10 right there by Sideline Cancer. Just a massive block, and the ball goes sky high into the air, and they get it right back. They'll have one shot here before the end of the quarter. 5 seconds left to go. Keene moves it over right corner, catch and shoot 3, and it's no good. A lot of contact. Refs aren't going to say a foul, though, as Artis went down hard right there, taking the right corner 3, but we end the third quarter in a 15-2 run by Sideline Cancer. Wow. It didn't look like any of these two teams, like, we couldn't tell who really wanted it more through the first, 24 minutes of this game. We couldn't really tell who wanted this game more, but Sideline Cancer here, past 5 minutes, they have really pulled out into this one now, and we're going to go on to a TV timeout as we go on to the fourth quarter right after this break, in a 14-point lead Largest lead of the game right now by Sideline Cancer, and they credit that to what a performance. Maurice Creek, the 22 seed, he is delivering here. Somebody needed to break out, and it was Maurice Creek at this point. 20 points by Creek. The rest of the team has either 8 points or less right now. For Boeheim's Army, nobody's breaking out so far. Eric Devendorf's got 11, but he is the leading scorer. Everybody else with 8 points or less. So talk about Brick City today. Here's Brick City for you. 3-point shots combined. 5 for 42 from behind the arc for 3-point shots for these two teams combined. That is right. They've only made 5 3-point shots out of 42 attempts from the floor. Sideline Cancer's 3 for 22. Boeheim's Army's 2 for 20. So right now we're just on break, everybody. If you're a first timer, you got over 20 people here on the channel. This is great. Don't forget, if you're new, hit the thumbs up, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button here, everybody, and notification bell if you really enjoy what I do here, as well as I cover play-by-play basketball on the channel, college basketball games, NBA games, and this is the first ever time I've covered a basketball tournament this year, this is a pretty cool tournament, I have to say. This has been great. So finally getting some live sports back, which is the great thing about life, which is awesome. So welcome everyone in the sports play-by-play community. What reaction after the news came out when Kawhi and Paul George signed with the Clippers? Oh, man. When the reaction to that is that the Clippers look like a West Coast final team. I think it's going to be, barring any, positive cases in the NBA that can result in a total, change on how this Disney playoffs can go for the restart, I think it's going to be an all-LA Western Conference championship. I think it's going to be Lakers versus Clippers in the final. And that all depends on whether players test positive, though. Because if star players do happen to test positive, then it could really change the entire landscape as far as this NBA champion this year. Yep, 12 days until Major League Baseball, 19 to the NBA. Finally getting some more live sports back, which is great. Yeah, this is a really low-scoring game. This game was tied up at 10 points, by the way, at the end of the first quarter. It was 10-10 at the end of one, 24-24 going into halftime in this game. It's 48-34 right now, and finally we're starting to get on quite a bit of a roll there in the third quarter. So things are picking up, especially from Sideline Cancer, as They outscored Boeheim's Army 24-10 in the third quarter here so far through the second half. Yep, 21 days to the New Hampshire race. Will I do play-by-play for Major League Baseball? Probably not. I've never really got big into Major League Baseball, but maybe if there's not any sports going on or something like that, around the World Series. That's the only time that they watch MLB, though, is around the World Series. 48-34 to score. Here we go as we're back to quarter number 4. That's a 3-point shot taken, and Boeheim's Army is off the mark. No good. A rebound goes to Sideline Cancer. Cancer with the basketball. They dribble past the half-court logo now for Sideline Cancer. This is Marcus Keene. He's got the ball now into the key. Feeds it off low post. They're going to put it up. That's going to be a blocking foul. Andrew White commits the blocking foul. It's going to be Eric Thompson going to the free throw line. Shoot 2 here for Sideline Cancer. So yeah, we've had a pretty good basketball tournament so far, as far as the TBT with these two teams. If you guys enjoy the content on the channel, hit the thumbs up, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button as well. Thanks so much everyone for stopping by, finding my channel, by the way, as I cover play-by-play basketball games, college games, NBA games, and started covering the TBT this week, and this is pretty cool. First shot at the free throw line. It is good as Sideline Cancer, the shock of the tournament so far, extending their lead to 15. They're coming off of victories against Team Hines and Team Challenge ALS. Second shot. That one's up. That one's through. 50-34 to score. 8:25 left to go, fourth quarter. Boeheim's Army with the basketball. They dribble past the half-court logo. Bounce pass now to the right wing. Swings it back out to the right corner. And they pass that one. It gets tipped, deflected. Another turnover by Boeheim's Army. Goes right back over to Sideline Cancer. Sideline Cancer going to slow it down as we approach the 8-minute mark left to go. They're en route to a 17-2 run as of right now. Keene's got the basketball. Keene dribbles right wing, swings it over to the left wing perimeter. Sideline Cancer has it. Bounce pass over to the left wing. They dribble inside, dish it back out to Keane. Catch and shoot, right corner three. No good. Rattled out. Offensive rebound. Thompson puts it up. It's no good. Second chance. As they miss the box out, Thompson got denied. He put the ball back outside, though. So they still have the basketball. Sideline Cancer has it. It's into the hands of Abel. Remy Abel moves it out to Keane. Keane back over to Abel. Deep three. 30-footer, no good. Hit the front rim. Offensive rebound, couldn't box out, but Sideline Cancer's shot got denied right there in the low post. Boeheim's Army, great defense to come in and close that one up. Boeheim's Army has a right corner. Dribbles. They lose control of it again. We get a tie-up on the court. It will be a tie-up between Abel right there of Sideline Cancer. Demetrius Nichols. Tie-up results in a Sideline Cancer basketball. Boeheim's Army, another turnover today as these steals by Sideline Cancer has plagued them all day. Oh, wow. Have you heard of the bubonic plague coming back in China? I actually haven't. I've heard of a new strain of another pandemic that has yet to be detected that results in pigs with an H1N1. I heard about that. 50-34 to score. 7 minutes left to go, fourth quarter. Sideline Cancer with the basketball. As Keane got it. Keane's dribble drive inside. No blocking foul right there. A lot of contact, no foul as it goes to the other way here. Boeheim's Army moves it over, left corner. As they have it, passes over now to Gillian. Gillian moves it inside. They're going to float it up. No good. That should have been easy right there. I don't know how you score out of that one. Sideline Cancer tried to get the ball, but it went out of bounds. Boeheim's Army will get it back. 6:47 left to go, and Boeheim's Army is on a major scoring drought right now. Oh, wow, that would be a super team right there. For the Raptors are able to get all the pieces back right there. Lowry, Van Vliet coming back, Raptor predicts. And then if they get Giannis there, that would be crazy if they're able to make a super team out of that. Sideline Cancer off the steal, and they're going to go inside, and they put it up and in for two. Boeheim's Army, they are just stagnant right now. They just cannot hit anything. They were right with Sideline Cancer, and they just cannot put up a shot. Stone cold from the floor. Raymond going inside. What a block there. Massive block, low post. Remy Abel says no to that one as he denies Will Raymond with a left hand. The ball goes out of bounds, and Boeheim's Army will get it back. Yeah, I feel really sorry for you guys if you live in Florida as well. So, it's so unfortunate. Florida, Texas, Arizona, man, my hearts go out to you guys out there, because it's terrible. It's terrible. That's what was happening to New York back in March and April, and my state up here, Mass, we had a really bad April up here, and everything is just really just gone as far as cases downhill now. Everything's dropped because everybody's wearing their face mask around here. 6:13 left to go. But, yeah, hopefully that just doesn't come over, whatever that whole plague thing is in China. Hopefully that doesn't come over. That's probably why they haven't returned to sports yet, by the way. 6 minutes left to go, fourth quarter. Sideline Cancer with the basketball. They go for the jumper and they get another one. Man, Boeheim's Army scoreless here in the fourth quarter. Yet to hit a bucket as Sideline Cancer's on a 21-2 run. I am shocked. I can't believe this. Boeheim's Army with the basketball. Swings it over to the left wing. That's a three taken. It's off the mark. Both of these games today, they were close through the first two and a half quarters, basically, until we got to the halfway mark of the third quarter. And that's where a player broke out. In the first game, it was Overseas Elite with Joe Johnson just absolutely broke out in that game, and heard that just could not keep up, as that's a three. Sideline Cancer is hitting everything right now. That one from behind the arc goes down straight away, top of the key. 5 minutes left to go in the fourth quarter here. Boeheim's Army just cannot hit a shot. It seems like somebody made the rim or something with a different shape where Boeheim's Army is shooting the ball. It seems like they're shooting the ball into like a circus type of basketball hoop that's like an oval instead of like what Sideline Cancer is shooting the basketball in right now. That's what it looks like. It looks like a carnival game when Boeheim's Army is trying to shoot the ball. Marcus Keane's got 7. He's looking for more. Takes the three. That one's no good off the back iron. Rebound by Sideline Cancer, though they stepped out of bounds off the rebound by Creek. As Maurice Creek is having a monster game tonight, by the way. Maurice Creek, 20 points, 12 points by Remy Abel in this one. And the leading score for Boeheim's Army only has 11. 57-34, 4:34 left to go, fourth quarter. If Diego's from Florida, he would see the game from the outside at Disney. I don't know how in the world that would happen there. You have to go inside the arena in order to do that. But that would be pretty cool if you're able to view it from the outside. If they did street ball, that would be cool someday. If they had like a NBA game that took place on the street there with like a full regulation size court. Dribble drive inside. Boeheim's Army puts it up for their first bucket with under 5 minutes left to go in the fourth quarter. So we got 15 seconds remaining before Elam ending rolls, as Sideline Cancer will look that way right now. Sideline Cancer dribbles the ball. 5 seconds, 4 seconds, 3. They pass it. They're going to take a 3 instead. It's no good. Hits the front rim. Boeheim's Army's got the basketball. They're looking for more points. Pass up the court here to Devendorf. Passes inside, and they will go off the backdoor cut and score 2 more. So that's where we're going to stop the clock here. 57-38 as we get to Elam ending rules right now. In this one, as the fourth quarter has expired. And what a quarter it was there. The 3 ball going down. It's Sideline Cancer, who's just having a major game. As far as a breakout third quarter, it was them. This game was breakout third and fourth quarter. This game, by the way, was 24-24 at halftime. So right now we're just in a TV timeout. We'll get back to action here in a little bit. Target score, 65 in this one. As I'm shocked that they even climbed up to 65. I thought it'd be something in the 50s for quite a while. So 57-38. We're going to go to the target score right after this break. Yep, I remember that, Diego. Before they canceled the NBA and March Madness, they said they were going to play without fans. And he was ready to watch the Warriors against the Nets. Yeah, it was Golden State first that said that no fans would be allowed in their arena. That was the first thing that happened. And then after that, the Ivy League called off their tournament 2 days before March Madness got canceled. And then everybody was ripping the Ivy League for it, saying that this was a little flu and everything, and that the virus isn't that bad. And then next day, Rudy Gobert tests positive. And then all the NBA games get canceled that night. And then the next day, all sports get canceled. Crazy 24 hours in sports we had. And the craziest part about that was St. John's versus Creighton for the Big East tournament. That game tipped off a couple hours before everything got canceled. That game tipped off, and then at halftime, the players were told in the locker room that the game was canceled at halftime. That must have been a terrible feeling. Ugh, man. You played half of the game only to get told that the second half of the game gets canceled and the college basketball season is finished. Yep, and then 3 months later, it's back here. Vegas Vix would sneak into the bubble and pretend to be a staff member just to watch them play. You have to get some big-time credentials there for your badge in order to do that. Raptor wonders if there's going to be 2 games going on at once. I think so. I think that there's going to be, because there's multiple courts, so they have the chance to do 2 games going on at once. I think that there's going to be multiple games at once. And some of them, it's only the local networks that pick it up. Because some of the games, the Celtics are on different networks. The Celtics are on ESPN for a few games. They're on ABC for one of the games against Portland. And then they're on TNT. And then a couple of games they're on neither, which they're on NBC Sports Boston. So, for the games that's going on, multiple games, there'll be a game probably going on at ESPN, whereas there'll probably be another game on whatever the local network is for that team. Like, I know for Boston, it's NBC Sports Boston, but for other networks, I'm not sure what they do for the other teams. 57-38. As we're back to action, all they need is 8 here for Sideline Cancer. The shock of the tournament. As they feed that ball inside, the ball gets deflected by Boeheim's Army out of bounds. Sideline Cancer will get it back. First team to 65 will win the game. Yeah, I feel like it's a little bit too early for that right now, Raptor. I'm shocked that they didn't do it in August. like about a month before the college football season. I'm shocked. Cause what if like there's a big change in hotspots here? What if the cases go like to other places? Like, and the thing about it is the Ivy League is like the Ivy League areas are like not a lot of harm right now. They're not in hotspots. Cause up here in the Northeast, all the cases have gone down. 57-38 the score. Like, it's really odd. I know it's for the safety of the players, but I know Harvard Stadium, Yale Stadium, they got a ton of seating there. You can definitely spread out in that type of stadium there, because they both got bowl-shaped Coliseum type arenas. You can spread out easily at those two stadiums for football. 57-38 the score. Sideline Cancer's got the basketball. They're going to take a three. Marcus Keene, he sinks it. So I talked about Keene at halftime, where if they wanted to take control of this game, they really need to use him in the second half, and they are going to him right now, as it's 60-38 the score. So Keene at the moment, he's got 10, and he had 0 at halftime. I even talked about how I wouldn't be shocked if Keene did finish with double-digit points, and he is there right now. Boeheim's Army down by 22. They need a ton of buckets and a ton of stops, and they only score in that quarter there. They only scored 4 points, and we get a little bit of a wedgie there between the backboard and the rim. It's going to be Boeheim's Army's basketball as the ball gets stuck right there in between the rim and the backboard. So that'll result in Boeheim's Army's basketball once again as they had possession. So Boeheim's Army will inbound it underneath their hoop. Both of the games today, I'm shocked here that they weren't closer. I thought, throughout most of this, I thought that this could come down to the final bucket. Except Sideline Cancer just broke right out. Open three. No good, but Keene coming up for the rebound. Marcus Keene going to dribble back. You can tell how tanked right now that Boeheim's Army's team is. They're just completely gassed right now. Sideline Cancer with the basketball. 10 on the shot clock. Marcus Keene has the basketball. Shot over Devendorf. No good off the mark. Rebound goes to Boeheim's Army. Boeheim's Army no good off the steal. Sideline Cancer gets it, and that ball gets poked out of bounds. Sideline Cancer will get it right back. Yep, hopefully it's nothing to do with the second wave. Hopefully we'll never get to wave number 2. I feel like this is wave number 2 right now. For the spots that didn't really get hit hard, Miami already got hit hard back in August and April, and now it's back once again in the entire state of Florida. New Orleans got hit pretty hard, and it's back once again in Louisiana. Jumper at the left elbow, that one goes down by Sideline Cancer. 62-38, Boeheim's Army, deep 2, it's up, no good, rebound by Sideline Cancer. Sideline Cancer with the basketball. They're going to take a corner 3, left corner, it's up, no good, tipped around, offensive rebound, they will get it, they will get it up right there with a shot, and that ball slipped away from the hands of Keene, and Boeheim's Army gets back the basketball. Hey, welcome to the channel, Allison Raphael, thanks so much for stopping by. What's the time right now? There's no time left to go. Since we're under 4 minutes left to go, it goes into elim ending time rules, which means that whoever hits the target score first, which is 65, wins the game. So, no time left. They play to the target score since we're under 4 minutes left to go in the fourth quarter. But if you guys are new to the channel, don't forget, hit the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe button, and the notification bell if you really enjoy what I do here, as well as I cover college basketball play-by-play, NBA play-by-play on the channel, and a couple of special programming streams from time to time with NASCAR and the NFL. As Boeheim's Army finally gets a bucket. Low post, they put it up and in for 2. 62-40. Sideline Cancer, all they need is a 3, and they'll be taking on Overseas Elite. Off the cut. No good. Straightaway 3. No good off the mark by Artis. Rebound by Boeheim's Army. Boeheim's Army right back with the basketball. Corner 3. Devendorf, he has got it. 3 points right there for number 2 from the outside. It is 62-43. They still need a bunch more to come back in this one. Sideline Cancer, all they need is a 3 to seal the deal, and they'll move on to the semifinals. Hits now into the hands of Maurice Creek. Back over to Keene. Keene with the basketball, and that's going to be a foul by Sideline Cancer away from the basketball here by Sideline Cancer. So turnover by them. Ball goes back over to Boeheim's Army. Stoppage in time on the court. Boeheim's Army will inbound. Boeheim's Army gets the inbound. Hey, welcome in. Leafs defense here. Thanks so much for stopping by. 62-43. Boeheim's Army going inside. Blows past the defense. Lays it up and in for the right hand for 2. 17-point lead. Sideline Cancer. All they need is a 3-point shot, and they will go to the semifinals. They have it with Maurice Creek. Creek moves it over left wing now to Keene. Keene with the basketball. Dribbles now. Inside by Keene. Flings it back outside. That's a turnover. That pass high and wide right there to the perimeter as Keene tried to hit his man to take the 3 at the left corner, but it was off the mark. Ball goes out of bounds. Goes back to Boeheim's Army. Boeheim's Army needs 17 to tie, and they will need 20 points to win this thing. That is turnover 15, by the way, by Sideline Cancer. If you're new to the channel, don't forget, hit the thumbs up, hit the subscribe button. Let's see if we can get to 15 plus likes here before I sign off tonight. So we get 20 plus people watching now. Welcome on the channel, by the way, as we get a little bit of a break currently. Marcus Keene in today's game, 13 points. It is Maurice Creek who leads the way in scoring so far with 22 points, though. Vaughn heard a couple weeks ago that South Korea was going to get wave number 2 by mid-July. They'll report 800 cases, and now they're reporting like 30 cases per day. Well, that's a good thing because they've stopped the spread because everybody wears a face mask. There's no debate over it. 62-45 to score. Boeheim's Army right back with the basketball. Passes over left corner. Going to take a 3, and they got it right there. So they hit it from behind the arc. Andrew White hits down the triple. 14-point game. Sideline Cancer, they can end it here with a 3-point shot. They got it here. Marcus Keene dribbles past the half-court logo. Slides it over to the left wing. Now they have it at the left corner perimeter. Back over now to the right wing Keene. Catch and shoot 3. It's up, and it's good, and that is the game. Sideline Cancer, the 22 seed. Moving on to the semifinals. 3 straight victories for them as this game has gone final. What about an upset there? Man. Upset right there. 65-48 the final. About that right now. So no comeback in the tank today for Boeheim's Army. 65-48. Just the final of this one. As that is it for this game here. So Sideline Cancer are going to take on Overseas Elites in the semifinal rounds. As that is a wrap here to this channel. But what a game here. As far as Sideline Cancer exploding. Happened at the start of the 3rd quarter. Yep, so this game just ended. But thanks so much, everyone, for stopping by here on the channel. Sideline Cancer, big game here from Maurice Creek. He had 12 points today. Marcus Keene had 13. And then Remy Abel had 12 points. So that is a wrap here. Sideline Cancer able to go and get 3 straight victories for them. So that is a wrap here to this one. Thanks so much for stopping by the way. Before you sign off, don't forget, hit the thumbs up, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Finals will be on Tuesday night at 7 o'clock. So the winners of Golden Eagles, the 4 versus 8 against Red Scare, and then the other game with Overseas Elites, the 2 versus the 22 here with Sideline Cancer in the semifinals. The winner of those 2 games will play off in the finals for the TBT, and that will take place on Tuesday night at 7 o'clock Eastern time. So that's a wrap here to this video. Thanks so much, everyone, for stopping by. Going to sign off here, as well as that is it for now. Enjoy the rest of their Saturday, everyone. Major upset once again. Sideline Cancer 65-48 over Boeheim's Army. Thanks so much for stopping by. Going to sign off as this is Behind the Arc Basketball on YouTube. And enjoy the rest of your Saturday.